You know, heterosexual marriages, about 50% end up in a divorce, and I could probably, the gay community might say, well, look, we can do better than that. I mean, look at you people. Even among Christians, the divorce rate is the same as non-Christians. About 50% of Christians end up getting a divorce. You know, and I admit, okay, homosexual marriages is something that we should be ashamed of, but I'll tell you something else we ought to be ashamed of, and that is Christians having for 50% among heterosexuals, marriages ending with a divorce. We ought to be ashamed of that. We ought to be ashamed of that. Now, I want to speak to those of us who call ourselves Christians on the subject of divorce. The disciples came to Jesus and they said, why did Moses allow us a writing of divorcement? Why did Moses allow that? And this was Jesus' answer. Listen closely. Matthew 19 and verse 8, he said to them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so. Notice that. From the beginning, it was not so. The only legitimate reason Jesus gives for divorce is fornication, sexual immorality. That's the only legitimate reason he gives. But he's saying from the beginning, it wasn't that way. Divorce here, there, and yonder, 50% of Christians getting a divorce. Listen, the hardness of the heart is simply this. Because of the hardness of your heart, it's the unwillingness to see your blind side. It's your unwillingness to listen to the other half. That's the real issue. It's the hardness of the heart. You know, there are things about me, there are things about you that need correcting that I cannot see. And that's one of the things the marriage institution is all about.